Hi, I'm Nos. Welcome to NOScast. I have my friend Ichi here.
Hi, I'm Mitchy. Uh, we wanted to do this podcast. Like that's why I'm here. He's my friend. Let's go. Let's do this. Like,
Okay,
where are we starting?
so what?
I said, where are we starting?
Were we starting?
Where are we starting?
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
So we're gonna talk about gaming. So, um, how do you feel about the gaming industry at the time being?
You know what? I think it's a bunch of bullshit. But
You think it's a bunch of bullshit?
I mean, kind of. Not really. I
Why?
like the way it's going. It's better than what it has been. Like, if you asked me a couple of years ago, it would have been way worse. But like, I like what it's doing, but I don't know if it's like all good. You know, because like they like the big AAA companies have bitten in the past. You know, like they've kind of like screwed us over. So it's kind of hard to be looking at them and being like, okay, so you're doing really good. Like right now, you're giving a lot of like Call of Duty, for instance, is like the maps are free. Like great, I've always wanted that. Like great, I don't have to buy everything, but at the same time, it's like, you know, having to get through the
Oh,
battle pass or like buy it all. Like you're gonna either spend a lot of money or spend a lot of time.
yeah, and that is true. And how do you, if these, if they could change, how would you want them to change
Um,
this marketing standpoint?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, 'cause they want more money and I want better
Mm-hmm.
games. I don't want to spend more money.
Oh, okay. Well, so so you have to pick and choose what you want. Would you
Right.
rather them go back to the Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2 days, and I think Call of Duty Ghost days? And if what days were the season passes? It was
It's been
Modern Warfare
all the way.
3.
Okay, so it's like Modern Warfare 3 had one, right?
Black Ops 2 had one.
Yeah, yeah. So that Modern Warfare 3, boom, was first. The last one
Hmm.
was Black Ops 4.
Okay, Black Ops 4. And they still had a sort of a battle pass system. It wasn't totally like what you think, but there was a battle pass system.
In Black Ops 4 there was, yeah, but they had a season pass, which their battle, like, that made the battle pass system even worse. I think they were just stupid in trying to transition. They were, like, scared or something. I don't know. I don't know. I think that idea was very stupid. Black Ops 4 was trash.
Okay, and do you think they should have made a campaign for Black Ops 4?
Yes. Hence part of the reason why it's trash.
It's part of the reason why it's trash. So, if they, I don't know, because they even started on Black Ops 4 though. I mean, they started on the campaign, and then once Battle Royale blew up, they scrapped it. They said the
Yeah.
campaign for Black Ops 4 and stuff,
Well, I think
which sucks.
yearly releases is also trash. Like,
That is true.
but that's them trying to milk it. Like, I expect it. I expect it. But like, I think
But
it's trash.
but they've been trying to milk Call of Duty for years, and no one's done nothing about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to milk Call of Duty for years, and no one has done nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of, I don't know. And people have said over on like YouTube and Reddit and like that if y'all are not ready for another Call of Duty, just don't put one out this year.
Right.
Keep updating but no, they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to bring out another Call of Duty this year, which Cold War came out and going bad of what I heard
Well,
and stuff.
I'm not. I like Cold War, but I also haven't been playing it. Like, I've been playing Call of Duty less and less, like, past couple of years. But like, it's
Hmm.
still probably one of my top played games that I play.
Yeah, and that's the same. Well, I played it like Call of Duty like every day. When I beat the Call of Duty Cold War season pass, I didn't play it for like probably like a month and a half. Call of Duty
Right.
and stuff. So I don't really know. I don't know what Activision has for Call of Duty. You know,
Right.
which could be many of things or whatever
Plenty.
and stuff.
I don't know. It could be
So
plenty of good things. Could be plenty of shit. Like,
I've heard that they're probably gonna make an open world Call of Duty, or they're planning on making an open world Call of Duty. I don't know how that's gonna work, really. Um, I've heard many of stuff. There's always something going on with Call of Duty though. There's always rumors going on and stuff and whatnot.
always.
So always have you gotten Squadrons?
Squadrons, yeah, I have it, dude. Playing it in VR is awesome. Like, I know you're on Xbox, you don't have that ability to play it in VR, but like here on PC, dude, playing it in VR, I'm pretty sure it's cross-platform, dude. Cross-platform is the way.
Yeah, it's
Like,
cross-platform.
dude, cross-platform is the way. Like, I'm not, like, no offense to anybody playing on console. Like, if you want to play on a console, go ahead. Like, if you want to take that way, go ahead. Because yeah, sometimes you have to deal with more settings, and hopefully they bring more settings to consoles. Like, I hope the differences between them turns more into to puddles day after day. You know.
Now, do you feel like console players should have a lot more settings than have at least the same amount of settings that PC has?
See, I don't exactly know whose part of that is the developers, or Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo. Like, how much of that is the developers themselves, and how much is that the console companies restricting what developers can put out on there? And part of it could be like they're trying to reach benchmarks. Like, if they're like, oh, it has to hit, which I'm pretty sure that has to do with the console developers, like forcing benchmarks onto it. So like it's like it has to hit this benchmark to be on here. I don't know. I don't know what all these situations are. Like what the situation is entirely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I just feel like if we have the same amount of settings as PC has, then there could be that balance
Yeah,
and stuff.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like there could be that balance between PC and Xbox and stuff and whatnot, and PlayStation, the whole shit. Because let's be honest, PC is, you know, graphically always going to be better than consoles and stuff, and always going to perform better than consoles.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't upgraded my PC in years. Like a
Yes.
PC is not always going to be graphically better than consoles. Like top of the line PCs probably better than consoles. Like
Yeah. But see, but the thing with that is you can mess with the settings on your PC though.
yeah, I can make newer games. Like I can lower the graphics. Like I will be playing on lower setting graphics, but I'll be able to like make my
Yeah.
hardware last. Like I can play games that might not be able to play on an Xbox One X. But like it's not
Yeah,
going
and
to look as good as a Series X at the same time.
and that's what I'm saying though. Like your game might not be looking as good as a Series X, but it performs a lot better. You know,
Yeah,
it performs probably a little bit better than a Series X, possibly,
I don't know
or
about
an Xbox One X, or an Xbox One X. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I just feel like if console players had the the idea of I can change how much data this game is taking on my console.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of I can only do so much of whatever the fuck, or changing blur or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just feel like I can make a game perform a lot better if I can change what the console can take out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like PC, you know,
Right.
and stuff. But it's really all up to game developers or Xbox or PlayStation or whatever. It's really all up to them what happens or whatever. Like FOV. I would love for freaking Warzone to have FOV, but you know, that hasn't happened yet. And it feels so weird playing Warzone now.
Yeah, because you got used to Black Ops and
Yeah, I got so used to Core that it feels like you're going through a microscope.
And that's the thing, you're going to go back in time. Like, once they do add that, you're going to go back in time. It's going to be hard to play those older games because of that.
Yeah,
Like, what are they going to do? Like, send developers back and, like, add it to the older games? Or are they going to re-release the older games? And, like, there's plenty of options. They could upgrade a lot, like, you know.
they could, but Activision thinks about money. And I don't think FOV is that hard to put into a game. I'm not no game coder or nothing. You know, you're the coder and stuff, but I don't think FOV is that hard to put into a game. Doesn't take that much to do.
I don't know. It depends on how you do it, I suppose. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're the coder, so like, do you know, like, does it take a long time to make an FOV system, or is it just point blank?
It shouldn't. Like, I don't think it should. Like, I'm not much into, like, I haven't coded 3D, like, engines or anything like that.
Printing,
Like,
yeah.
I've messed with Unity a little bit, and I can deal with FOV in there, and from that point, it's not hard, but, like, from a different engine, like, it might be completely different. It's there on the PC version of the game, so, like, I'm assuming it should be, like, a simple, like, add to it.
Yeah.
But, like, really, like,
You would
it's
think.
just the frame rate. Like, if you change the FOV, the settings they have, is your frame rate going to go to dog shit. So if they add an FOV slider, they're going to have to add other settings. So you can, like, when is it going to be a good enough experience for you? Because that's kind of the point. Like, they can't measure for PC, but they can measure for consoles.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, a lot of people want FOV in these games.
Yeah.
A lot of people. And a lot of people don't care about frame rate
Right.
as much or whatever. They care about FOV. They would rather risk losing the frame rate than not having no FOV.
Right.
And that's the same thing with me.
I would propose it wouldn't be too hard, but I also don't know what the code base looks like to say like, oh yeah, just add FOV to the console version of the game. I would hope it's not too much different. I would hope it's just different binaries, like different you know what I'm saying? Like for the
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would hope, but I don't know. Activision is weird. Activision will only do something if their money gets hurt or if they're gonna make money off of it.
I suppose.
You know.
Yeah.
But am I wrong? Like, that's how Activision works.
That's what it seems like.
Activision.
Like, from outside looking in, that's what it looks like.
That's how it looks. Like, Activision will only do something if they're either money's getting hurt or they're gonna make money off of this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it really all depends. You know, these big companies really depend on money. They don't care about the community that much anymore. You know what I'm saying? They don't care.
You think that they feel like they're big enough to like not care about like the community because like, oh, people are gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah, that's the same thing to go with EA. Even though EA has traveled back, you know, pulled back a lot when Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out, that was a disaster.
Right.
That was a disaster. Star Wars Battlefront 2. That was a whole shit show. And I don't blame people for, you know, making a big deal because they're gonna put all this time in.
You didn't make a big deal out of it.
No, I didn't, because I didn't play Star Wars Battlefront 2 like that. So I wasn't making a big deal out, oh, I gotta play a whole week about, you know, you know what I'm saying? Even though I get why people was upset, like, oh, I have, you know, a 9-to-5 job and I can't play a whole week of 8 hours a day and stuff. I get that, I understand that. And I get why people made it such a big deal. And I get why EA, you know, came back, you know, pulled it in. But if no one would have done that, they would have just kept it like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
And I feel like laws in other countries and stuff have played a big part in it too.
Yeah, that is true also. And that's what I'm saying. The reason why the DLC was free is because they were going to make big money, trying to make big money off of Star Wars Battlefront using microtransactions and stuff in the whole nine, and it backfired. It backfired, and now no one is trying to get in that Star Wars Battlefront 2 spotlight where I look like an ass, or I look like money hungry
Right.
people. You know what I'm saying? Where I only want is the money. So now people or developers are very careful of what they do because they saw EA's backlash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Activision's careful, EA's more careful than most. Ubisoft, they're all like careful of what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're all careful about what they put in the game, how much microtransactions and stuff, and the whole nine. Which I guess is a good thing at a point. You know, it's a good thing or whatever that they're careful about what they do, what they say, and stuff. So, plus the EA has lost a lot of fans.
Definitely. I agree with that sentiment.
EA has lost a lot of fans. You know, with that Star Wars Battlefront 2, thing. They've lost a lot of people. They wanted Disney to get rid of you when that happened.
Well, I guess you can say they did.
I think.
Like this, yeah. Star Wars isn't just with EA anymore. I'm pretty sure.
No, yeah, it's not with EA. Ubisoft is making a Star Wars game, and that's supposed to be a free roam style.
Yeah, I remember hearing news about the whole like Disney and EA, and I don't think it was just because of the hate. I just think EA is like a creative wasteland.
Yeah, they are, but they're also don't think about the community.
Yeah.
Because the community is the thing that makes this game alive. If no one plays your game, the game's just going to go downhill and it's just going to be for nothing.
Exactly.
It's just going to be a ghost town, you know what I'm saying? So the community is the one that makes the game alive. The community is the one that the reason why Call of Duty is today is because of the community.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People like us is the reason why Call of Duty is the way it is. Battlefield, Star Wars, you name it, is the reason why it is the way it is today. But that's what I'm saying. The developers don't care about that. The developers put on these impressions. We care about the community and stuff, but at the end of the day, they really don't.
Right.
They only care about your money. Which some people are good about it, like Ubisoft. Ubisoft is good about caring about the community.
You think so?
And stuff. Yeah, I feel like Ubisoft is better with the community than EA and Activision have ever been. EA and Activision have always been about the money.
Well, you think Ubisoft is better about it?
I feel like Ubisoft is a lot better about connecting with the community and stuff and whatnot.
Perhaps.
And knowing what the community wants and what they don't want and what's bad. Because, they've done a lot of stuff to Rainbow Six Siege and people didn't like it and they retract. They said, okay, we're going to take this out then. So Ubisoft does listen to what the community wants. And that's why Rainbow Six Siege is where it is today.
Right.
Is because they listen to the fans. They listen to the community stuff. So if they do something that they're not okay with, they retract.
Right.
And say, okay, we're sorry. We retract and the whole stuff. And they try something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what Ubisoft does. And I don't think any other company, I believe,
I'm pretty sure
like
these companies have retracted in the past.
Yeah, they have when it reflects on them.
Yeah, but what are you saying it's not reflecting on Ubisoft?
Okay. I'm saying EA and Activision or these big time companies are not going to reflect unless someone says something.
Right. Oh, you're saying Ubisoft does it before somebody says something.
Ubisoft sometimes does it before someone says something. Not all the time, but they do. When someone says something, they retract. EA and Activision don't say anything unless it really goes south. Like it really goes bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ubisoft only, if it's not that bad, but a lot of people don't like it, they will retract. Or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They will retract. Even though if they might lose a little bit of money, they will retract still. EA and Activision won't retract unless they're losing a lot of money or whatever.
Makes sense.
Then they'll retract of what they're doing. Because they care about the money. That's all they care about is money, these companies. That's all they care about. But, like you said, they don't care because they know we're going to pay for it. So they can put out anything they want and call it a day.
Damn near.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. EA has gotten better, a lot better with their games, like Squadrons, like Fallen Order. You know what I'm saying? They've gotten better.
Yeah, who made Squadrons? Like not, I know EA, but like.
Think Respawn did
Respawn?
or had or something like that. I'm not sure, really. I know someone made Squadrons. I'm just not sure who made it. I have to look and shit and whatnot. I'm not sure. But I know the last 2 games that came out with Star Wars, they've been really good about stuff. Like Fallen Order, like
Well, that's probably because
Squadrons.
they were scared of what was happening with Disney.
Yeah, they're scared. And plus, now they've lost their contract with Disney. They can still make games.
Like what the contract was is locking in, saying, hey, yeah, no, EA has the sole right to make Star Wars games.
Which now
and then now
Disney
they're
took that
gonna.
away.
I don't think that's just because they're gonna take it away. I think they're gonna take it away anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they were, it's not always good to have one single person making one game.
Definitely not.
Because you see how 2K, basketball, the NFL, Madden, NHL, FIFA, there's only one person really making those games.
Right.
I know there's another soccer company making a soccer game, like licensed and stuff, but it hasn't got the attraction or whatever, like EA, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they've been making them for a while.
Yeah, you're talking about PES, right? PES?
Yeah, and they still make them. They still make them to this day. I just forgot the name of it. But I know it's I don't know if it's some company. I forget, though.
Yeah, it has
but it's licensed and stuff, I believe so. It's licensed and stuff. So I really don't know. But I know that EA has been in big, deep hot water for a while.
Oh, definitely.
And I don't think a lot of people trust EA.
I wouldn't trust EA as far as I can throw them.
But that's the same thing to go with Activision, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, the gaming industry really evolves around money.
Well, of course. I think industry falls around money.
Yeah. But some people are better with it than others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people are better with it. Some people care about their fans and stuff. Well, if this movie doesn't look up to par, we'll backtrack and make it better type stuff. Like with Sonic, Paramount was supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out, and people didn't like how Sonic looked.
Right.
So they retracted and made Sonic look better. And then it came out. It will cost more money to do that.
Of course.
But they did that because they cared about the fans than the money. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Cyberpunk really did terrible too.
Yeah.
And that was laid off for a long time.
Yeah, they have no excuse. I mean,
yeah,
the developer, like I heard something about like the advertising team or whatever pushed it, but the developers really didn't want it. Like, the developers were pushing back, but, like, I don't know, how much can you really trust that information? Like, I can't trust them now as much as I can throw them, and I can't because they're a company. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but people were thinking, oh, it's getting pushed back. That means they're working on it
Yeah,
and stuff, and the
yeah,
whole nine. And I guess that's true, but it still came out terrible. You know what I'm
and
saying? It still
I
came
have to
out.
say I personally sympathize because, like, you know, I wouldn't, I haven't ever released anything a day in my life. I mean, I've released small things, but, like, never for any
Mhm.
money or anything I would consider worth any money. Like,
Mhm.
so, like, but, like, I would consider that Cyberpunk a hell of a lot better than anything I could produce on my own. Like, but,
Of
like, that
course, but
they're
like,
not on their own either. That's, like, an unfair
yeah, yeah,
conversation right there.
but still, like, they retracted this whole time. They pushed it back, and then it still came out looking like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. But
That's
if
the
I
same
was to do
thing to
the
go
same
with
thing,
Anthem.
if I was to do the same thing, I would really hope for some acceptance, like, you know, because
Yeah, but you also have to understand where people are coming from at the same time.
yeah, I do. It's scary.
You know, it is scary. It is, but like, this is the job you signed up for, type stuff,
Yeah,
and you have to be willing to take the backlash if something happens south. If it goes south, you know what I'm saying? You know,
definitely.
so it's very, you have to pick your battles or whatever. I don't know. It's really, I heard they were getting forced, really. Like, the producers or whatever was like, we want the game to come out already. And the developers like, it's not ready, and they're like, we don't care, but we want the video. You know what I'm saying? They want to make their money on this game because they've been spending so much money on it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So I don't know. It's really hard. She can wait. It's very hard to tell on what's really true and what's really not true.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know what you're saying. Like, it's a hard one.
Yeah, it is a hard one, but you know, you have to kind of believe what you want to believe, type stuff. You know,
Yeah, I suppose.
you're gonna have people that have sympathy for them, and you're gonna have people that think they're liar, piece of shit, and the whole stuff. And what can you say? You know,
Right.
it's kind of like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that goes with everything, though, with everything about other stuff and whatnot. That goes with everything, you know.
Right.
So it's really, what are you gonna do, type stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of like how it is. But we're getting close to our time,
Well,
so
I think we can call it for our first
for
NOScast.
our first NOScast,
Yeah.
do you have anything else to say before
Not
we
off
hit the curve?
not off the top of my head. I think this was a pretty good conversation. We stayed pretty on topic for games today. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I could be more prepared for topics next time.
Okay.
But it was pretty interesting. Uh, what, like, same time next week, pretty much.
Yep. Same. Should be.
So
Yeah,
you're
should
you're
be.
uploading this tomorrow, right?
Yes, I should be.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds great.
I should.
I enjoyed the conversation.
Okay. Well. Peace out, girls.